And today, Reverend Marrice Coverson will be giving the sermon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I want that inspiration that you just got from that meditation and all that love that's inside of you. All of it should be coming out and pouring out. Yeah, that's the one. No, that's not the one. It's not the best. It's all right. Oh, so I can see what we have to use. I have so many pair of glasses in my purse. How many pair in there? Well, today I was going to speak on planting seeds, and I was thinking about that yesterday and working on it yesterday. And then I got this inspiration that I should talk about the end of the trail. The end of the trail. And so they both come together. Planting seeds, and you got to know when the end of the trail is. When you plant the seeds, you got to figure that you got to ask that you be knowledgeable when it's time for you to end that trail that you're on. We have different trails that we're on in our lives. I know most of you had several trails, and some of you are young, you only had but one, and you're trying to find another. But the trails are points in your life when you did change. When you figured that change that you have had have made you stronger, have introduced you into a new vibration, and you need to go on and get into another vibration. And so, where you'll be happier, and not all the way happy sometimes, just where you'll be peaceful. And then you have to know that it's time. Sometimes we don't know when it's time. We spend a whole lifetime in one place, and then it's time to go into the spirit world. We wish we had done something different. We think that, why did I spend all my time there? The Spirit was telling me to move. But in planting seeds, you have to plant the seed that you be aware of when it's time to move, when it's time to change your lives, and when it's time to do whatever you're trying to do in your lives. A lot of you don't understand planting seeds. Planting seeds is thinking and having positive thoughts. And what do you want to do? And how do you plant those seeds? What do you put those seeds in the ground? And then just, it's just like now. I talk to my friend on the phone. Every day she's planting seeds. She's planting those flowers. I'm so tired of planting those flowers. I said, she'll want me to stay on the phone while she plants the flowers, while she waters the flowers at night, because she's nobody's home with her. I'm like, I'm tired of these flowers. I planted flowers in Mississippi. I don't want to plant no more. So it's just that she's really into this. That's her hobby, but she doesn't see it that way. But it's her hobby. That's what she needs to do to generate for her that power of expression of who she is and helping something grow. So she plants seeds, and we often, now it's a planting period. So now is a planting period for us all. Planting seeds. If you ever start planting your seeds, get ready to plant. What do you think? Your thoughts. What do you want to do in your life? Where do you want to go in your life? How do you want to do it? Do you want to get married? Or you want to get married? All those things, planting seeds. What do you want to enter your life and make your life better? What do you want? What are you trying to develop in your life? How are you trying to develop it in your life? What do you see? Many of us, in planting seeds, we get carried away. We don't know how to plant seeds and go back and water them. What do you do when you water seeds? Think about it. What do you do when you water seeds? You go back and think about that, what you're trying to do, and you give it enlightenment and positive thought. Here's what you do. And you don't do it a month from now. You do it a minute from now. If you have something you're trying to do, you don't say, well, tomorrow I'll think about it, and I'll put that marsh around it, that word, I'll work it. No, you work it the moment after you have planted it. And you keep working it. Because if you don't work it, what happens to it? It withers, like those flowers that my girlfriend sometimes has. I dreamed about, I've seen so many, her with so many flowers. One night, I was tired of it. I dreamed that I was in a field, and I went by somebody's house, and they had a whole patch of flowers that had grown, and then they had flowers that withered. A whole patch, and I'm like, what happened to those flowers? They just planted those. What happened to them? And Spirit, and I was walking there, and I heard the voice say they didn't water them properly. They didn't water those flowers properly. And so I think about that as I work with spirits, and many of us are not watering our flowers properly, our thoughts properly. We don't say positive thoughts. We don't say it's going to happen. We ask Spirit, will it happen? Is it going to happen? Shall it happen? Or is this the right thing for me? We keep asking questions about it. When you get ready to put it in the ground, that's in your head, in your heart. In your head and in your heart. When you get ready to put it there, you ask the Spirit guides to bless it, and your teachers, and the God within you, to bless it abundantly, and to give you the insight that if this is not what you should have now, so that you can move on and change those thoughts to others. And if Spirit doesn't say no, then you keep planting them and plant it further in your heart, plant it further in your mind, plant it further in your thoughts and everything. And then every moment, you have a minute, you put a little help to it. And what is that help? Those positive thoughts. You put those positive thoughts saying, let this grow. Please let this grow. And let it grow and be that which I want. And show me how I should be directed if it's not what I should be. Show me how to direct it. And Spirit will guide you. Your ancestors will guide you. You are not alone. You are never alone. Spirit is with you all the time. You may not know if they're with you all the time. I look up at my ceiling at night and I'm like, oh, are they coming tonight? And then some of them come, like a few of them come, and they go through the walls, and it's like, you see them moving the light, and then they go through the wall. But they're there all the time, guiding you. So they're seeing whatever you do. They're seeing the negative thoughts you do. They're seeing the negative action you take. They see all of that. So you got to say to yourself, I will not have that negative action as part of my life. I will be guided by that which is good and that which is positive. And you ask your spirit guides to guide you. You are important to your ancestors and spirit guides. You are so important that they will always guide you and help you in on this earth plane. So you plant the idea of what you want. You never get too old to plant ideas of what you want to do. You never get too old to make changes in your life. So that's why I decided to make a new trail in my life. I said, it's time for a new trail. Now, I don't know where the new trail is going because I just asked Spirit to help me make a new trail. I didn't ask for a specific thing. And people will try to help you make your new trail in your life. And that's for you on this third plane to remember, even the young people, that Spirit will try to help you make a new trail. I was talking to someone and they knew that I no longer was part of would be part of the church. And so there's a new thing called, I forgot what it's called, but they have avatars and things like that, and avatars do all that. And he was like, I'm just moving so fast, he was like, moving so fast trying to help me. And I said, wait, I'm not there. Instead of taking what somebody else has for you in life and folding it into your heart and folding it into your mind, and you never get it really right because it wasn't yours. I said, wait, I'm not there. So you, even when somebody say you have a new job, and here's a new job, you may not be there for that new job. You may like the job you're on, so you stay there. But you have to know when it's time for a new trail. You have to know when you've done all that you can do and all that your heart can possibly bring forth at this time. And it's time to move on and pass everything over to others. And know that it will always be well. That nothing ends with one person. Nothing begins with one person. It begins with the spirit and people. And so this church began with spirit and people. And it emerged. And it was bigger than it ever was, has been, and bigger than it ever we've seen it. It had lots of people everywhere. It had choir, which I never could get together. It's my one failure here. I never got my choir together. But it wasn't supposed to be. So here, I looked at the number of people when I came here, and I looked at the number of people that comes now, and I'm grateful for the God that's inside of me and the direction that the God has given me. So I'm grateful for the new trail and the thoughts the Spirit gave me to help me develop the church out with the board and the people here. I am so grateful. I'm grateful for everything that is and grateful for God that is. You know, when you're developing new trails, you've got to remember what the new trails exist and how people are important in the new trails. You have to really recognize the importance of people. It's not me, it's people, it's you. It's you. It's Debbie who makes the food, this makes part of it. It's Elizabeth and Audrey who part of it. It's Kate who part of it. It's Joan who's part of it. It's all these people and more who says that they're committed each Sunday to helping make the food. And so the food is not just the food you eat. The food is everything that you take in here. The food is the song, the food is the message, the food is the people. Everything that you touch in here is the food. So you have to remember that on your job, the food is the people. So you have to see the people, the food as the people there. And you have to see how that food interacts in your lives. And you have to see if you enjoy that food or not. Enjoy the food of the people. So you have to see why you enjoy it. Why do you enjoy the job? Is it good or is it not? Planting seeds is so important. You know, I can remember back in this Washington church, I was there. And I never thought I would be a pastor of a church because it wasn't a desire of mine. But I don't know if I look back and I don't know what desires I had. I don't think I had any really. I think that's why Spirit brought me here because I was open to the universe. I was just open. Whatever the universe brought forth, I was open. And so they brought me here, and I was open to this beginning. And they knew that I should be here. Now, as I got here, I was not sure I wanted to be here because it's a distance and there was all many facts. But then I was happy here. I've been happy for all these, 30-some years? That's a long time to be happy. You know, just think about if you're married to somebody, 30-some years, you try to get a divorce. I'm not divorcing, I'm just walking on away. And so people say that you walk away, you know, you just said, it's time that I just take a walk. Take a walk. It is in the sunset, June, the sun is out. Take a walk with the sunset. So I think that it's time to take a walk and it's time for the church to move on. And I'm proud of what we've done and how we've moved on in this church. But what I want you to know is that this church did not arrive where it is now because of being another person. It arrived because of a collective group of people who said that I see, I envision. Dropping seeds. Everyone dropped the seeds and said this is what they wanted. They wanted the church to be back filled with people and that they want food, for people to be able to have food, they wanted people to enjoy the service, and look what we're having. We often said, we want young people, and look now we're bringing young people in. As I move out, young people come in. They must say, oh, she's going, I'm coming. But this is good. This is good. It brings about this is a new era for us, a new era for this church. It's beginning to be what we want it to be. A really church of all people saying, I am. I'm a spiritualist, not because of my sexuality, not because of my color, but it's because of my heart. I was spiritualist because of my heart. So we say to you that this time, it is time that all of you start looking at what seeds that you can develop. I'd like for you to, those of you, all of you, to think about it and get a piece of paper when you, there's a short piece of paper back there, and write down the seeds that you want, that you're trying to plant now. What seeds are you trying to plant? Think about the seeds that you're trying to plant. And think about if they're important to you, important to your family, important to the universe. How important they are. And write them down. And I want you to keep them. And I want you to remember me with those seeds. And I want you to remember in 6 months to see what is happening to those seeds that you planted. Are they on their way? Are the seeds growing? Are they just floundering there? Or are they just dead? Because you forgot them. You know, what happened? You're going to say, they're dead? Well, I'm going to do something else. They're dead. I'm going to move to the next thing. But that's not the way you treat them. So anyway, thank you so much for coming, and bring those seeds, get those papers for your seeds, and know that you are important to this church. You're important to the new era of this church and the beginning of a new dynasty. I used to like dynasty. It's important for you to look at it as a new dynasty. So here I am here saying that to you, thank you.